Hey, everybody, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between a social media strategist and a social media manager. Sometimes these terms get interchanged, but they're very, very different. And the reason why it's so important for you to understand the difference is because you need to know what you need to have for your business, who you need to hire, who you need to work with, what your goals are. And this is a common issue that comes up. A lot of people ask me, what's the difference between a strategist and a manager? Everyone and their sister today seems to be a social media manager. But when do you know when you need to go to a strategist, and when do you know when you need to go to a manager? It's really imperative that you get this down because your business will grow in a certain direction based on who you're hiring to help you get there. So super, super important, and we're going to cover it today. Now, ironically, this was planned out to speak about this topic for a couple weeks now, and in some of the groups that I'm in, this topic came up today, and it's so perfect timing. The universe works in amazing ways. So now that I know it is a hot topic and a lot of people are interested in it, I thought how perfect it is to speak about it today as planned and actually talk to you a little bit about the comments that I saw coming through in the other groups that I am a part of. If you guys are just joining, welcome. My name's Meliss Jakubovic, and you're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast, or maybe you're catching this on the Facebook page at facebook.com/MelissMarketing, or even on our YouTube channel. So thanks for coming in, and thanks for being here, popping in your comments. And if you're new, welcome, welcome. And if you are here all the time, welcome back. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have all of you guys here. So these roles are often interchanged, and they're actually very different. So I'm going to break them down for you simply, and then we can talk about it. So a strategist, a social marketing strategist. It has the name strategy in the title, so that's going to give you a little bit of a hint. But this is the person who works with the business owner or works with the entire team behind the business to solve problems, to grow and develop the business and the brand. The social media strategist is the one that really sees the big picture and is able to find the gaps inside that are not really working. They're able to connect the dots. They're able to see the needs and the wants that you want your business to go in. Where do you want it to go? What's not working right for you? What goals do you have? So the first thing I want you to think about is, what are your objectives and what goals do you have in the growth of your business, and what are you hoping to get out of the experience when you're working with somebody? If the answer is I'm lost, or this isn't working, or this needs to expand and grow, or maybe like I'm not getting a lot of leads, or maybe I'm getting a lot of leads but they're not closing sales, they're not buying things from me, maybe you don't have an email list, things like these, all these little tiny marketing issues that can occur can really take a toll on your business. So figure out what those objectives are and then take them to a strategist if you're trying to brainstorm what those problems are anyway in the first place. Thanks for all the love, guys, and thanks for being here and tuning in. So you want to make sure that you can connect the dots and decide what that customer needs. This is all about the audience, the ideal target market, your customer. So when you go on social media, don't just decide I'm starting a business and this is who I'm serving and that's how it goes. You really need to interview your audience. You really need to figure out how your industry operates, and a strategist can help you do that. So it's really important that you really know the ins and the outs of your business. And sometimes you just need to focus on your zone of genius and you want to delegate that out. So that's when you would hire a strategist, because the strategist can really see the big picture. They can really go into the ins and outs. They can strategize ways to overcome the obstacles that you're having in your business. A strategist, a social media strategist, is very familiar with the consumer habits, the way people buy, where the people are hanging out online, and how those habits and interests and behaviors relate to your company's brand or your company's image or your social presence as a whole. So it's really important to see that this umbrella, thank you, Paulina, you're very bright. Thank you so much. if you're talking about the lighting, well, ta-da, this is what I have. If you're talking about my mind, thank you. Hopefully you can see me. What if I take a step back? Is that a little bit better? Okay, so having this umbrella picture of your business is really going to help you find the gaps and the holes and where to fix them. That's what a strategist does. The strategist will be the one that devises the plan, who will be able to execute the plan, will understand the budget and the timeline, and really say, like, I know that in your industry you need to be on this platform and this platform and this platform. Or let's say you're on these platforms and you're not getting the engagement that you want. A social media strategist will be able to strategize how you can get that activity and that engagement on those platforms, how you can reach your ideal target market, how you can have a blended strategy between platforms because each platform operates differently. Do you have a sales funnel? Do you have automation in place? All of these things are what a strategist will help you do. So it's really important. Now, we can go a step further and say that a lot of social media strategists, like myself, own a marketing agency. So you might have some hesitation in working with a marketing agency. And really, the only hesitation I would say is it really depends on your budget. Because when you have an agency on your team, what you really have is marketing professionals, gurus, or really good people who are in their zone of genius, all working together to brainstorm together. So you're going to have a lot of minds, a lot of brain power going on in all the different areas of your strategy. And so having an agency backing you up, they can provide the support that you need for all of your platforms, for all of your sales funnels, for your webinars, for your email automation. They create these systems and automate your business so you can have passive streams of income, and they implement it. And then they can split test it. And I'm talking about Facebook pixels and tracking. Having an agency behind you can also help you with your SEO and your Google Analytics. So it's a whole picture in one place. Now, when you have a social media manager, this is like a manager. So think of the strategist up here at the top, like a CEO, someone who oversees the whole picture. And a manager is someone who is managing a section of that business. So this is the person, think of this person as the to-doist. The strategist will say, you need to work on this, this, and this. This can be better. This needs to be implemented. This system needs to be fulfilled. And then the manager is the one that's implementing it. They're the one that's putting it together. The strategist thinks of the idea. The strategist is the one that can tell you what's going to work, what's going to convert, how to get more leads, how to get more sales, how to get more people to be more engaged. And then the manager is the one that's going to implement the ideas from the strategist. They'll execute the plan, if you will. So this social media manager usually excels at using one platform online, for example. So you could have a social media manager who is really good with just Facebook, or someone who is really good with just Pinterest, or someone who's really good with LinkedIn, although that one is more rare to find a VA or a social media manager just for LinkedIn. So with the strategy behind it. So you take the ideas from the strategist and the manager is going to implement that. They'll be the one that's maybe posting. The manager can create the content and they can devise a content calendar. Usually the content calendar comes from the social media strategist. Sometimes you might luck out and get a social media manager that is good with the strategy of a particular platform. So that might be something that you're looking for. If you know that your strategy, your marketing is amazing, but then you have maybe something's not working in Instagram, you might just want a social media manager for Instagram. But if you are struggling on the big picture, you're going to want to get a strategist. Let me see what you're saying. There's too much light on your face. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I have a really cool Diva light, and that helps me with my live videos. So when I'm sit close, there's too much, but when I come back, it might be a little bit better. You don't have a social media strategist. You only have social media manager in Poland. Cool. You're in Poland. That's awesome. I have relatives that lived their whole lives in Poland. Yeah, so the good thing about being online is that you have access to the whole entire world. So you can find social media strategists. I'm a social media strategist. They don't have to be local to your location. You can find them anywhere. So yeah, if you are actually looking for a social media strategist, just send me a comment, a PM, a personal message or private message, and I will connect with you, and I'd love to talk to you. Social media manager, they're going to ensure that the activity on your pages, on your platforms are consistent and that the posts are on brand. So this is really important. Some of them may create the content, like the actual image. Some of them may just post it or schedule it out to post it. So the busy work, the handwork, that's going to happen with the manager. And if that's what you need in your business, then you want to hire a social media manager. If what you're looking for is the big picture, understanding what's not working, connecting those dots, filling the gaps, making sure nobody's falling through the cracks, you're going to want a social media strategist or an agency to back you up and build out these systems, like building out your sales funnels and creating Facebook ads with high targeted strategies. Like when we run Facebook ads, we're not just like boosting a post, we're not just making a little ad. We have several strategies that we use at Meliss Marketing, and we use them together. We create a blended strategy, and it's very unique to your industry. It's very unique to your business. So a marketing manager would not necessarily know how to do that. Now, like I said before, you want to think about what your objectives are, what are your goals, and what are you hoping to get out of this experience when you're hiring a social media manager or strategist or agency? Because the answers that you have to those questions are going to help guide you into what direction that you need to go. Another thing you might want to think about is if you're just starting out, budget. Your budget is really going to be different between a strategist and a manager. So if you have a small budget or you're just starting out, you might just need a manager to help you be your second set of hands. But if you're ready to take your business to the next level, you're ready to scale, you're ready to see how many people you can reach, you've got products and services already, or you've already been running online marketing and it's just been doing okay, or it hasn't been working for you and you're ready for it to just go, wow, then you need a strategist on your side. So in one of the virtual assistant groups that I'm a part of, there are obviously a lot of virtual assistants. Many of them are social media managers, and this question was posted, what's the difference and who should I hire? Now, in the virtual assistant group, a lot of people were saying negative things about having a strategist or an agency to back them up. Obviously, because they're virtual assistants, so they want to have business as well. Now, if you take that same comment and you put it inside of an entrepreneur or a business owner group, you're going to get a completely different answer. So it's important to weigh these things fairly. Where are you discussing this? Are you discussing it mainly with social media managers? Then they're going to tell you don't go to a strategist. If you're discussing it mainly with a strategist, they may tell you not to go to a manager. So you really need to know what your specific goals are and where your problems are so that you know who to go to fix them. Now, I'm not saying that there are no good social media managers and virtual assistants, because that is absolutely far from the truth. I have 12 people on my team, and about half of those call themselves virtual assistants and refer to themselves as social media managers. So what that is I am running a team of a lot of people who are able to implement what I've strategized. So you just want to see what your budget is, and you want to figure out like what's happening. So the social media strategist, and what I do with all my clients, is I take your marketing seriously, very, very seriously. I put my personal touch on every single one of my clients. I speak to my clients. I have hands on. My hands are in the Facebook trenches, and I'm doing all this stuff daily. And I strategize your entire marketing strategy from A to Z. I personalize it for your needs, for your industry, based on your target market, who your audience is. And I know all the ins and outs of Facebook ads or LinkedIn, why you use LinkedIn, how to optimize your page, all of the platforms, Instagram, YouTube. We can run Google ads, AdWords, Bing ads, all of this. It's all important, and it's all part of this big strategy. So we're going to talk about list building. I'm going to teach you how to build your list. We're going to increase your followers and your subscribers. We're going to do content creation, where I come up with a whole plan for 6 months of what we're going to do with your content. We come up with a content calendar that we come up with the way to connect a content calendar with a promotional calendar. There's a lot of strategy involved. Think of playing chess. Are you going to play with a kid in the chess club, or do you want to learn from a kid in the chess club, or do you want to learn from someone who really has the strategy down and they see the big picture? They can see several steps ahead, and that's what we do. We plan out 6 months of where we're going to reach, where you're going to go, what you can reach, and what you can achieve in that amount of time. So it's a very tricky thing, and you shouldn't just focus on the title that people give them. You want to focus on what you want them to do for you and really understand. Thanks for all the love, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. So you want to really understand where do you see yourself in 6 months? What do you want to do in the next 2 quarters of your business? And ask the right questions, and that's how you'll find the right person to work with. I'm happy to set up calls with any of you if you guys are interested in having Meliss Marketing run your marketing. If I'm not the right fit for you, that's okay. But just make sure that you are asking the right questions, not just saying, I'm only hiring a manager, I'm only hiring a strategist, I'm only working with an agency. Really know what your goals are and what questions you need to ask to get the right answers. So a strategist is going to tell you how to improve your business. It's going to tell you how to find the gaps in what you're doing, bring you highly qualified leads, paying customers, create systems, implementation, passive income. All these things is what a strategist is going to do. And like I said before, when you work with an agency, you are going to get lots of brains working together. So we have a Monday morning meeting with my team. And what that means is when I have a new client sign on, I take everything that I've discussed, all the strategy that I've come up with in the Monday morning meeting, we spill it out on the table and we all brainstorm together. So that's what you're going to get when you have an agency behind you. That's what you're going to get when you have a team of strategists behind you. And that's what you get when you work with Meliss Marketing. So I hope this has helped you. Again, if I'm not the right fit for you, totally fine. No hard feelings. I enjoy teaching you guys. Of course, you guys know about the Social Marketing Academy if you want to work on some of these things on your own. If maybe hiring a social media manager or social media strategist or an agency is not in your budget right now, or maybe you just get really excited learning about marketing, you can go into the Social Marketing Academy at socialmarketingacademy.org and learn everything that I do with my business and how I strategize for my clients so that you can do that and implement it in your own businesses as well. I hope this has helped you, and I will see you next time. Bye.